to order of the Columbia County Planning Board for the month of September. Did everybody get a chance in between homes there and everything, get a chance to look over the minutes?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to accept.
Terry so moves. Is there a second?
Second.
Second.
Terry seconds it. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The minutes are approved. And Patrice will start the 239 referrals.
Okay. Okay. Can you see the agenda, everyone?
Yes.
No.
Okay, so we have 5 referrals this evening. 3 are from the village of Chatham, so I'll give a little intro and then we can, sort of, it'll expedite those a little bit. But the first one is 21049V, the Village of Chatham Planning Board. The applicant is Aaron Gaylord, AG Carpentry, and the location is 10 Austerlitz Street. This is one of the referrals that we received last month, but they did not have drawings or site plan with them. And I spoke with the village attorney and various people. Their code allows them to waive the need for site plans when they are just for historic review. And so this particular one is required to have site plan approval because it is located within the historic overzone. And it's a demolition of an existing structure within 500 feet of state highways. The existing zoning is commercial 1 and historic overzone. The land use is commercial. This is 295 Austerlitz Street is right here. This is the survey that was submitted, even though it really doesn't have much information, but this was also submitted just as to sort of comply with our request to submit a map. So anyways, I believe this is the structure. This helps a little bit.
Yeah.
This proposed demolition of the existing commercial structure located in the historic overlay zone. The owner is Jack Shear. Site plan review is required for all plans for the construction, alteration, change in exterior color, repair, moving or demolition of structures or of a sign in the historic overzone district. They're considered minor projects and there's no other review required. And as I mentioned before, site plan was not required by the village planning board. Demolition in the historic overzone shall be prohibited in the case of all structures unless the planning board can determine that retention of the structure constitutes a hazard or which cannot be eliminated by other economic means, and the planning board determines that the structure is not of particular architectural or historical significance. We didn't
How did
find
they
any.
come up with that
How did they come up with that?
for this building?
In their village code. So
Okay.
this is, they're going to demolish this. I don't know what's going there
It's going to be
based on the application. They didn't provide that information, and I didn't find any countywide impact from it, but that was the one comment, just suggesting that the applicant provide information on the surface treatment of the site, whether it's paving, gravel, landscaping, et cetera, or any proposed future use of the site upon completion of the demolition.
And I believe that the Jack Shears also purchased, if you look, there's the blue building in the left side there. There, oh, see, neat. That one's been
I'm
purchased.
trying a new technique tonight, something a little bit
You've been
different.
practicing. That one's that's slated for demolition as well, I believe. And this is all going to be a parking lot for the new Shaker Museum.
That's going to be right here.
There, see?
And this will be the new Shaker Museum, which we reviewed a few months ago.
Yep. Yep. And Patrice, I don't know if you know, I think Ed joined us.
Hi, everyone.
Hi,
Sorry I'm
Ed.
late. I had difficulty logging in.
I was going to say, because you got two others. Yeah, the only other note I would add is that they talked to the village, board there about signing the exemption list of exempted actions, so we don't have to see this at all.
Yeah, I talked to the attorney about that, and hopefully they'll do that, because we did discuss that they would have saved everyone a lot of, because all three of the or at least two of those applications would be exempt from referral, which would have saved everyone a lot of time. But
I definitely agree with they should know what's going to happen there in the space after it's demolished. That's for sure. Oh, okay. Any other questions or comments? If not, we'll entertain a motion.
I'll make that.
Patrick so moves. Is there a second?
Second.
wait, that was Mallory or
That was
Patrick?
actually
The motion?
Mallory, I'm sorry. Yep, Mallory, I'm sorry.
Okay, so and
Mallory
then
so moved and Steve seconded.
Steve.
Yeah.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Those opposed? Motion carried.
Okay. The next referral is 21050 Town of Germantown Planning Board. Greg Heflin. The location is 4374 New York State Route 9G. Okay, so this is 9G. This is the parcel that is currently like grassland. I'll show you. Oh, wrong way. And it is adjacent to, there's a village ice cream shop that's right here also. It's approval the proposed action is to establish a coffee cafe. It's approval of the site plan within 500 feet of 9G. The existing zoning is Hamlet commercial. The existing land use is a field grassy area. Surrounding land use is residential, agricultural, and this is Palatine Park is down this road, Palatine Park. The site plan review is required to establish a commercial coffee cafe to be known as Cups Coffee Germantown. They're proposing a drive-by coffee stand serving non-alcoholic beverages and pastries. There will be outdoor seating with picnic benches. They're proposing a commercial structure 16 by 24 that will have a coffee shop and storage area and restroom. There'll be gravel parking with 6 spaces here that are identified on the site plan. There's actually, there will be more area for overflow parking to the rear of this. There's also enclosed dumpster sidewalk connecting the parking area to the structure here. And there'll be proposed access off of 9G. As you saw in the photo, there is access currently Not sure. I think probably will need some sort of improvements. It's a little bit dark, but this is the actual access off of the road now. So I'm gonna go back to the structure. This is what the proposed structure will look like. They have two options in here. I don't really know what the difference between them. It's just the roof line. I don't think the actual interior has much variation between the two options, but there is a little bit. There's an existing fence along the north and south property line. For setbacks, the required setbacks for the front are 25 to 50. They're proposing 38. The side yard 15 feet, and they're proposing 15.5 and 18.5. And the rear setback 25, required proposed 121. Didn't find any countywide impact from this. Couple of comments that the water supply be identified on the site plan. Applicant will also need to contact Columbia County Department of Health. The same comment applying to the septic sewer system that was shown on the site plan. An applicant would need to reach out to Department of Health. Access off of 9G, that improvements for the proposed access for the commercial use would need to review and approval from Department of Transportation. And for the food service component would also require Department of Health permit approval.
I'll make a motion, we accept staff's recommendation.
Do they have to designate anything as the handicap parking? Did they?
They have one on the, shows
Was
on the
there?
site
They
plan.
show it on the, it's shown.
I'll second that motion. So Ed so moved. I second it. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? I'm always supportive of any good coffee in Columbia County. And apparently that puppy dog in the background somewhere agrees.
Yeah.
So the next one is 21051V, Village of Chatham Planning Board. Excuse me. The applicant is the Crandall Theater. It's located on 4548 Main Street in the Village of Chatham. It's improvements to the existing theater. There's site plan review and area variance and special use permit within 500 feet of state highways. The existing zoning is C1, again, within the historic overzone. Existing land use is commercial, surrounding commercial, residential. The parcel is approximately 0.24 acres and it is existing. So site plan review and special use permit, area variance and historic review are required for the proposed improvements to the existing structure. To the drawings. They're proposing to update and increase the size of the existing marquee, adding doors on the northeast and the southeast side. You can see all the little doors here. Also replacing all the windows and adding sills and adding new windows on the northeast side of the structure. They're also raising the exterior grade in the alley for ADA accessibility. The marquee, the existing dimensions are 15 by 8 and 3/16 by 8 and 5 3/8 by 3 feet 1 inch, 1 and 1/16 inch. They're proposing it to be 16 by 4 by 9 by 2 and then 1/8 by 4 by 3. And it does require the historic review. The historic review, site plan review is required for all plans for the construction, alteration, and change in exterior color, repair, moving or demolition of structures or of a sign in historic overzone district. The area variance is for the expansion of the existing non-conforming use, the sign, The maximum size for a business sign or commercial is 30 feet. And the maximum permitted expansion is 25%. Any impact from this? We have no comments.
Okay, entertain a motion.
Patrick will make that motion.
Patrick so moves. Who seconds?
Second.
Second.
Steve seconds it. All those in
Yep.
favor?
Aye.
Aye. All
Aye.
those opposed? Motion's carried.
Okay, so the next one. It's 21052B, Town of Cloverick Planning Board, Philmont Planners LLC. The location is 341 New York State Route 217. Is the Aquamic School. Previously Aquamic School. Proposed action is to establish art studios. It's approval of a site plan and issuance of a special use permit. It's within 500 feet of Route 217, New York State Route 217. The existing zoning is RR. It is a vacant school. It is adjacent to two parcels that adjacent to the second. The first one is even the ag district. These different up in the county ag district number 3. So site plan review, especially to establish studios in an existing structure. The proposed is to change in use and occupancy with interior modifications to accommodate art studios, storage, and exhibition space. The main building is approximately 83,096 square feet. And there are 3 accessory structures on site. The exhibition space would partially temporary galleries, and they will comprise approximately 20% of the main building. The typical hours for the artists would be 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Except approximately 20 people would be working at a given time in the studios. There also may be artists dropping off or picking up artwork and materials, and they're planning to reuse the existing spring, summer, and the second the public on Friday from 10 to 6 during the exhibitions, and they people. They said it was just. There's existing access points off of Route 217, and there's also one off of Tushhauser over here, which is a town road. Parking, there's 167 spaces, including handicap accessible. The requirement for parking is 1 per 300 square feet or 26. They're proposing to replace some lighting in the parking areas, and also the wall-mounted exterior lighting would be dark sky compliant type. There's an existing on-lot well and septic system. Anticipate 2,400 gallons per day for the artists and visitors. As I mentioned before, it's adjacent to 2 parcels in the Columbia County Ag District number 3. We didn't find any countywide impact from this. The 2 comments. First, noting that proximity to the Ag District parcels and the Ag data statement is required, and one was submitted with the referral. The second, that any proposed improvements to the access off of 217 would require review and approval from New York State DOT.
Okay.
Good.
Any questions or comments? Hopefully this works.
Hmm.
What was it? Somebody who bought it off the county? There was somebody between
I
there,
don't know.
wasn't
I don't know.
Ed, do you know?
I don't recall who it was, Tim.
But it was somebody though, right? I mean,
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I thought we saw some kind of proposal for.
I don't know if it's the same people who own it now either. I don't.
Oh, I'm just saying, I thought there was something between the county and it. Okay, so anyway, any questions or comments? If not, we'll make a motion.
Make a motion.
Larry so moves.
I'll second it.
Ed seconds it. All those in favor?
Aye. Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carried. Wish them good luck. Wish they could figure out what's something to do like that down at the road jam in Hillsdale there.
Yeah.
Yeah, before the roof caves in.
That's a shame that building's sitting there.
Okay, the last referral is 21053B. Oops. The Village of Chatham Planning Board, once again, the third one, applicant is Amy Ryan. The location is 110 Hudson Avenue. Proposed action is to establish a 3-family residential use in an existing structure. It's converting that structure from a business on the first floor and 2 dwelling units. It's adjacent to the Chatham Firehouse here. The existing zoning is C2, surroundings commercial, residential, and the firehouse. The parcel is approximately 13,950 square feet, and the structure is existing. Back in there. So site plan review is required for a change in use to establish the 3-family dwelling. It's converting the existing structure from business first floor use to 2 dwelling units. The existing access is off of Route 66 here. And the tax map actually indicates that in order to access this parcel, there are 2 other parcels that need to be traversed to get to their parcel. Parking, the requirement is 5 spaces. They're proposing 3 in the front yard. It's proposing 3 in the front yard and 2 in the rear yard. There's also a handicap accessible ramp, water and sewers municipal. Proposing exterior wall mounted lighting and renovations to the interior and the exterior, including porches in the ramp. We find any countywide impact from this. Couple of comments, knowing the access, it appears that the driveway from 66 requires travel over 2 parcels. Suggest the applicant provide information on any easement or right-of-way agreement allowing the access and provide a note on the site plan. Also, any improvements to the access for the change in use would be required from New York State Department of Transportation because it's Route 66. The access driveway is off of.
This parcel fronts on another street, doesn't it? No,
66.
no, just
Right here.
66.
It doesn't go through.
I thought there was another road in the back of it.
It's on this parking lot here,
Yeah.
but I don't know if they have access agreement with to drive from the parking lot to there. I don't
Those are
know.
weird little parcels there, huh?
Yeah.
But they're there.
This is the interior layout. And this is the tax map showing the fire company property. You know, we could see from the aerial that there's parking back here, but whether there's ability to access from the rear, I don't know.
Well, didn't we see a business in the other parcel right next to it? About a year ago.
It was this one, I believe it was maybe a dog grooming business, I want to say.
We never got involved with the access on that one for some reason. I don't know. But anyway.
Well, we made a similar comment, I think, on that one, but I'd have to
That's
double
fine.
check.
Yep, no, that's fine. As long as they sort it out and know what's going on, I don't think it'll still have any countywide impact. So. Any other questions or comments? If not, motion here somewhere.
Patrick will make the motion.
Oh, Patrick, yep. Patrick so moves. We need a second.
Second.
Rick seconds it. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion's carried.
I've got a question for Ed Stifler. How many solar farms do you have in the town of Greenport?
I have 2 that are built, and on the third one has been approved, but construction is not started yet.
All right, now the 2 that's built, do they have on the inside of the area, fenced in area, do they have a driveway that they can go all the way around that array or not?
Yes, they do.
Is it like, would it be able to hold a fire truck if you went all the way around it?
It was reviewed by the fire chief and approved by the fire chief in both instances.
So in other words, they got access all the way around it. Then if something was to happen in the middle or on the other side.
Yep. I don't know if it would handle the big tower truck or not, but
Well, I
a
don't-
standard fire truck, it was
Yeah.
built to handle that.
Now the one that you got that hasn't been started yet, that's the one down on 9 there by
Kip Road.
Hip Road. Does that one have a road around it too?
No, that one does not. It has a path around it for a smaller vehicle, like a brush truck or something like that.
It was brought up, the one we've got coming up there, they were brought up by the fire chief about access to the back side of it if something happened.
Yeah. So again, that with a smaller vehicle like a brush truck, they would be able to get all the way around it.
But not like a tanker or something like that. Then.
No, that would they'd probably have to lay hose from wherever.
Because you'd have to have at least 16 feet wide to be able
Right.
to,
Right.
go around. That's right. That was my question. Now, how about the one by Kaz there, the old Kaz? Does that have any access to the back of that or not?
That has a road around the entire inside perimeter of the backfield.
Inside perimeter.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay. I saw an article. There's a company developing a robotic mower that'll go to mow those in between the solar panels and all that.
Does that work on residential lawns as well?
Why not?
They have Roomba's for the interior for your vacuuming. So.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, Patrice, what do we got besides the referrals?
The training session for the Department of State is October 4th. We received the invitation this week. The time was set between Department of State's availability and the responses that I received. The evening session was preferable. So it's from 5 to 6:30 and the topic is special use permits. I also, we had that little survey, that Google survey. And I'll show you, I can show you what the results are. But generally speaking, the 50% of the people wanted, let me just present quick. Oops.
So is it going to be online or what?
Yeah.
Yes, the October 4th is virtual.
Okay.
So we had some check boxes, bullets that people could select. And then there was also the opportunity to provide a suggestion. And so this is the breakdown. The 50% was in zoning enforcement. The next was short-term rentals. Followed by special use permits, area and use variances, and then adopting, amending zoning, and solar energy regulation and siting. And the suggestions, let's see if I can show those. These are some of the suggestions that were received. Wanting to know when can we ask for further third-party reviews. Process all the in-services I've attended for planning board, and none have covered timelines for submitting minutes to the town clerk, continuance of review and approval of a resolution. Land use for solar, global warming defenses. Step-by-step on how to run a public hearing would be helpful. Solar farms, guidelines for service on planning board, comprehensive overview of what's necessary to make informed decisions in a mandatory class for all new board members that address specific zoning board information. So we had quite a variety and some very nice suggestions and good suggestions. So if the Department of State is interested in doing another virtual session after in November sometime, would you like me to try and have that or try and schedule that?
Sure.
Probably.
Absolutely.
Sure.
We all need credits.
Any particular topic from those that were mentioned, or?
Well, I think if people, I mean, like the planning board 101, I think like the planning federation, if they're members of that, they can call up and that's on file. And I think a lot of places have that, even though that probably goes off on a regular basis in January and February. A lot of places offer that, but I mean, some of it's.
I mean, because we're going to be heading into this soon, adopting and amending zoning. Good topic to me.
Yeah. At 32% there, is that right? Or 41%? 41%. That'd be fine with me.
Which would be fine with you?
Adopting and amending zoning. Mainly the amending part.
Mainly the amending, yes.
Heavy on the amending, light on the adopt.
All right, I will reach out to Department of State and see if they can do that for us sometime in November. Okay, and
Because we can actually go to their, I mean, you could even see where the Department of State is presenting anytime, right? I mean, on their website.
they
probably?
have a new site with sessions posted up there.
Yeah. So it's not like it has to be us. I mean, if somebody wanted a certain subject or something.
And then I sent out all the memos to the supervisors for seeking nominations for reappointments. I haven't heard back from anybody yet, but I will send a reminder out in a couple of weeks once they've had it for like a month and have a chance to contact the other supervisors, bring to the town board or whatever process they follow.
Who's up for reappointment?
Tim, Patrick, and Rick.
Right. So, also, I don't know if you guys noticed, the Columbia Land Conservancy has got a series of training sessions coming up on solar. I don't know if you guys get that email from, is it Christina over there?
Yeah.
Christine. And the New York Planning Federation is also having training sessions, series of training sessions in October. They're combining with we are combining with the upstate chapter of planners to offer a webinar series. If you go to the website, you can see what's offered. Being offered. If you haven't got, you guys should be getting the emails. But Patrice said she hadn't received it. I forwarded it to her. I don't know why she didn't receive that. But you guys are getting the New York Planning Federation emails, right?
I do.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah,
we
I've been getting them, Tim.
Okay, because we update the list every year, and then whenever there's an addition, we usually notify them. So glad to hear everybody's receiving the list.
The cooperative extension is having a 1-day solar workshop too. They charge for that one. What's the date? October 26th. That's a Tuesday at noon. Starting at 9:30 to 1:30. So, a long one.
Mallory, is that Zoom or is that in person?
I think in person one. That's at the meeting we're in.
At least right now.
Want me to forward that to everybody? Yeah.
That'd be great, yeah. Okay. Anything else, Patrice, for this month?
I don't have anything else.
Okay. Anybody else have anything to bring before this illustrious board at this time?
Nope.
Nope. If not, we'll stand adjourned then at 7:07. Thank you all for participating. Enjoy the
Good
rest.
night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Thanks, Oswaldo.
Thanks, Oswaldo.
Patrice, you still there?
I am here. I'm here, Mallory.
Like
Patrice, you should have
Night, Oswaldo.
through